recording.
Bow, 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 bow. We're doing it, boys. It's good to see you.
We're always doing it.
We're always doing the damn thing.
When are we not doing it?
Doing it well.
Exactly.
Guess what, Jake? I'm going to Jake. Are you a fan of Freddie Gibbs, the rapper?
I like Freddie Gibbs.
Dude, I love Freddie Gibbs. I'm going to see him next month.
Nice. Where?
Pittsburgh, your favorite city.
Oh yeah, you can learn more about Pittsburgh in our Batman Begins episode. Wait a minute. What?
How do you access that episode?
Whew, that's a great question. It's on Patreon. That's this month's Patreon episode for September. If you give us $5 this month, you not only get our back episodes, whatever we've done on Patreon so far. But this month we talked Batman Begins. So you can listen to that episode right now.
To be coupled with this episode that you're listening to.
Yes.
Coupled, paired.
You know how we like to do. We like to pair things very well. Cabernet and steak. Swordfish and Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah.
Batman Begins.
And Dark Knight Rises. Or Dark Knight, sorry.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight Rises.
Not Rises.
We'll get to that one day.
One day. That'll be a someday thing.
But yeah, shit.
We're here today. We're getting right into it again, I guess. Wow.
Yeah, dude. This is a long movie.
It is a long movie. Not in a bad way, though.
No, this is one of those movies where I'm glad that was 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah.
Hell yes.
I just finished it today. I
rewatched it last night.
Same.
I got really high and kept imagining. I cranked up. I was home alone, so I cranked up the sound bar in the house so much that the walls were vibrating a little bit.
Oh yeah, this is that prime Christopher Nolan.
Hans Zimmer.
Hey guys, I'm so sorry. Give me 10 seconds. My son is trying to FaceTime me.
Oh, dude, your son is ruining everything.
Fucking always ruining the podcast.
God damn it, this little shit.
Hey bud, what's up?
Oh, he's on air. Okay. Cool.
I love you and I miss you.
Yeah. You got a caller calling in now.
Were they your friends?
Excellent.
Okay. It was you? Okay.
That rep
I'm going to go check it out. Well, I love you, buddy, and I miss you so much.
I know the listeners can't hear who Cody's talking to, but supposedly it's his son, but I know a good act when I see one.
I'm not going to see you this weekend because I have shows, but the next weekend.
Yeah.
So the weekend of the 16th. Yeah, exactly. Is that okay?
Right, Jake, we can't hear the other voice.
So the weekend of the 16th, don't make any plans.
Is it even KO?
All right. Well, I love you, Bubby.
Is it?
Does KO even really exist?
All right, but what is it? Okay, I will.
All right, I've used that already too much.
Dude, comment
all right, I'm back.
if you believe KO exists or not. Let us know.
What are you guys talking about? Is KO a psyop? Let us know in the comments.
You think my son is a psyop?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, no. Could you guys hear my conversation?
No, we can only hear you.
Oh, but you couldn't hear or see him. I don't know how this works.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how this works. I've never taken a FaceTime on my laptop while doing another thing.
Oh, you couldn't hear us?
Oh, you couldn't hear us?
No.
Okay. That'll be a good part of the episode.
Yeah.
So you guys could hear everything I was saying?
Yeah. But we couldn't hear KO.
Okay, so it's just me being like, love you, bud. I miss you.
And then me and Anthony were like, does KO even exist? How do we know he's actually talking to KO?
That's hilarious. This whole time he's been a psyop, trying to convince people I'm a good person or something.
Dude, you kayfabed us with KO.
It's
Keofabed us.
There's not even a sound for that. We need a sound for
the Keofabed.
Those spooky noises. You know what I'm talking about?
We used that when we were doing.
Oh, that's so funny. I had no idea. Oh,
I love it. Yeah, I should smoke some weed too.
Dude, let's smoke weed about it, you guys. Also, I stupidly, I don't know why, but they offered me the night off, so I was like, fuck it. So I don't have a hard out, so we don't have to rush.
Nice.
Good, because I want to take my time.
Oh, we're going 3 hours. Yeah, we're going 4 hours.
We're going longer than the movie.
Dark Knight is. Yeah. We're doing the entire runtime of the Dark Knight for this one.
Damn, we need Christopher Nolan noises for this one. That's what we need.
In post, we'll add some Chrissy Nolan noises.
Chrissy Nolan. Oh, Chrissy
I'll
Nolan.
say this. This is one of the movies, like, you know how, like, I know Sopranos episodes word for word. I know this movie almost word for word, scene for scene.
Same.
Like, not even major lines, like small little
there.
lines, I know.
But I don't know why. Last night when I watched it, so like I was saying before, my rude ass son decided to interrupt.
Yeah.
No, yesterday when I was watching it, I cranked it up because seeing it in theaters, that shit was loud.
Yes.
Like really fucking loud. And so I cranked the sound bar up and I just like tried to remember, like spent a lot of the movie while I was watching it, remembering how blown away I was. Starting with the heist. Like the heists.
The heist is such a cool opening to any movie.
Yeah.
You're just not sure what to expect.
Yeah. It just immediately, like, this IMAX shot of a building in, Chicago, Gotham, whatever. The glass blows out, and it's these two dudes in clown masks setting up the zip line. And it's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, and then it cuts to Joker standing on the corner you only see his back holding the clown mask. You don't see his face at all.
You don't know it's Joker at that point.
No.
Not quite yet. Also, if you're like, Jake probably knew this watching the movie first time. I didn't. The mask he's holding, right? That's from the
OG
that's the Cesar Romero mask.
Adam West Cesar Romero mask. I did know that. Dude, there's a lot about this movie, little factoids that I do know. More so than I bet most people.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, send them our way when we're talking about it, buddy.
All right.
Let the commies know.
Like you said, the Sopranos-esque knowledge.
Well, let me get one off my chest just before I forget it, in case we go on a tangent.
Go for it.
Okay, so, and then we can do the plot. The classic scene of Joker interrupting the gala or whatever for Harvey Dent,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, okay. So the dude who he goes, you remind me of my father, and I hated my father. Okay, that guy is like a Massachusetts politician or like a Maine politician, like a senator or congressperson. And he's actually been in every single Batman movie ever because his favorite superhero is Batman.
Oh, shit.
That's crazy.
I watched a YouTube montage a long time ago. They show him in the Michael Keaton one, like in every single one. That dude.
So he's the Stan Lee of the Batman movie universe.
I mean, he didn't do anything with the creation side, but, he's a...
Meaning just like cameo-wise.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he connects all of
Like
them.
he's in the Val Kilmer, like any gala scene in any of the which it's Batman. There's always a gala scene.
Yeah. So in Begins, he was probably at the party.
Yes, exactly. In the Val Kilmer one, he's at the party where they go to the museum and Poison Ivy's like, "Hello, boys," and
Yeah.
That's Batman and Robin, though.
Okay. Well, whichever one.
Whichever gala scene is in.
Yeah, any gala scene,
Gotcha.
Batman, he's in it.
Up until which one, though? Like how far?
I don't know if it goes to Dark Knight
day?
Rises, but no, I don't think to this day. But just like in general, I think he's also, dude. He was old in this movie. He's probably even be dead by now.
Right.
So
If he's a politician, hopefully.
pretty sure he was like a Democrat,
I don't
which
give a
doesn't mean he's a
fuck.
good person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you know what? Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Oh.
Anyways, well, welcome to Comics and Chronic. We are talking Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight,
Yeah.
starring
TDK.
Christian Bale, Heath Ledger, Michael Caine, fucking
Morgan
everyone else.
Freeman. Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Aaron
Eckhart.
Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah, another stacked cast.
The dude, I don't know his name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Polka Dot Man from Suicide Squad. He's in
Yeah.
it.
Oh, David Dash
There
Mountain.
we go.
Yeah.
He's in this.
Fucking, what's his name? Who was like the bad guy and everything in the heist scene, going back to where we were in the beginning.
Oh, David Finch. The dude with
No,
the
I don't know
shotgun.
this. I know who you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah, Michael Jai White was in the movie.
Michael
Oh, you're talking
Jai
about Michael Jai
White.
White?
No, I was talking about.
I know who Cody.
I was talking about the guy
yeah.
you talked about with the shotgun.
Yeah. What's that dude's name? I don't know his name.
David Finch.
David Finch.
Not to be confused with director David Fincher.
Oh yeah, that's who I was thinking.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah.
He was in Armageddon. He's the astronaut, you know?
Yes.
He's in all this shit, yeah. No, yeah.
No, I don't think that's his name. If I look him up, that's not his name.
What? It's something Finch. Just look up Dark Knight cast.
Or Armageddon cast might get you there quicker.
Yeah, true. He's in Transformers. He's in a bunch of shit.
He's like, he's either a B-side character, B-C side character, or the villain in everything.
Yeah, so his name is William Fitchner.
Okay, there we go. That's what I meant.
William just creating people right now.
Dude, it's like Joker's origin story. You don't know which one is true.
Yeah, multiple choice.
I'm just making it up on the go.
Oh, and Gary Oldman, of course. Let's not forget Gary fucking
Let's not
Oldman.
forget the OG himself.
Yeah. Arguably one of the better actors in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Easily, yeah. Character actors for sure.
For sure, dude. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you could be Gordon and Truman and like undead vampire dude, and he's done a lot of cool shit.
The Rasta white guy in
True Romance.
In True Romance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and an actual little person.
Oh my God, yeah, he did.
A little person.
He played a little person?
Yeah.
Whoa, and what?
It's called Tiptoes.
Yeah.
The movie's called Tiptoes.
It's a horrible.
Not making that up. Yeah, it's terrible.
I want to see this. I want to see this masterpiece.
I think you can watch it on Amazon if you have Prime.
Isn't it like something to do with like there's a wedding and like he has to like prepare the bride's family for his midget family or something?
Yeah, it's like it's a rom-com. I don't think you can say that word,
midget is
Cody.
not
Jesus.
cool, Cody. Jesus.
Sorry, man.
Little people.
Dude, do you know like half our audience is little people?
Yeah, now we're gonna get cancels for that. But no, it's a rom-com, and I think who else is it? Is it Matthew McConaughey in it? Like, it's like that movie has a stacked cast for no reason, and the love interest is Kate Beckinsale, and they fall in love with each other.
Whoa.
And that's like the movie, I think. Like,
Yeah.
This is the craziest
I don't
thing
recommend
I've
it. Yeah, Tiptoes. We're not making this movie yet, but it's
for
featuring Gary
sure.
Oldman.
All right, we got to watch it now. Now we gotta
That's our watch along for the
intrigued.
month.
Oh, shit.
It sounds way more interesting than it actually is.
Yeah,
Like, it is
sucks.
a shit movie.
It sucks.
Like, imagine the worst rom-com just with those elements added, but not really making it. Like, it just, I don't know. And Gary Oldman is not a little person, so it just comes off the wrong way. Like,
Yeah, he looks bad as a little person.
Very weird.
yeah.
Well, he looks
So,
good as Gordon, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's the point we were trying to make.
He pulls off a Gordon mustache very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's maybe my favorite live action Gordon.
I think so, for sure.
I think so. You know what? There's something that I have to say about this movie off the bat, and it's that, like, despite I need to give the Batman a rewatch, but this movie has a stranglehold on me, like comic book movie wise and Batman movie wise. Like,
it holds up.
it holds up.
I think I might put it after Logan still, but
Oh, you're bugging. I'm sorry. Dark Knight.
Ooh,
Dark Knight is.
yeah.
After I watched it, and I watched it unbiasedly, and I caught things I never saw. Dark Knight is, I think, the strongest comic book movie ever.
Yeah, like especially after this rewatch. Like, Cody, you were saying you were trying to watch it like through the same eyes or like the way you watched it when you first did. And I was trying to do that too, but I couldn't help but like see it in, like, it didn't matter. It was just still great. Like, nothing about it anything anyone could say could convince me otherwise that this is like the best superhero movie, comic book movie that I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like, it just, like I said, it has a stranglehold on me.
Logan owes a lot of its success to this movie paving the way for, you know.
Oh, I wouldn't disagree with that. I wouldn't disagree with that at all. It's incredible. It's an incredible movie.
Yeah.
One of just it's so influential too, like just for like other, not only superhero movies, but like I saw a video about a really weird theory that Oppenheimer is just about Christopher Nolan. Like, it's about Oppenheimer, but it's also like very autobiographical about Christopher Nolan and the bomb that he created. Okay, so Oppenheimer
is The Dark Knight.
Is The Dark Knight, right? It's like a chain reaction that fucks up the movie industry in
And
his
he
mind.
ruined cinema?
Yeah, like, think about it. Like, and this is not my theory. It was a YouTube video, and it was going on about how, like, if the Dark Knight, like, the MCU doesn't exist if the Dark Knight really wasn't that successful. You know, like, it really jump started the comic book movie things again. Like Iron Man came out not so soon after, or maybe around the same time, but like it really was.
It came out like 2 or 3 years afterwards.
But there's no denying that we saw The Dark Knight and we were like, oh my God, this is
I don't think years.
I think it was years.
But either way, you get what I mean? We all agree and we could see how influential it was. And to the point where Christopher Nolan is like, fuck, I don't want to make another superhero movie again. I don't want to step back into that world. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Like he's been offered it, but he just like it's like he made a monster. And Dark Knight is so good, and I think so many people have tried to copy it and failed. So many people.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's how much I love this movie. That's what I'm prefacing everything with. Like it's just like, I do really love this. Much bias.
No, they actually came out the same exact year.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
There's no denying that Dark Knight was more successful, I think, than Iron Man, though. I think that's a fact.
Oh, for sure.
Well, there's also no denying that Dark Knight did for the comic book movie industry that I don't think any other movie could have done.
Exactly. It legitimized it. Is that the wrong way to put it? Like, it really
No,
made
I think so. I think you're right.
It made the film industry take the comic book genre seriously.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Unless you're Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, unless you're Martin Scorsese and a bunch of others, but
And a bunch of others. No, but yeah, it made people, I mean, was Heath Ledger's he won, didn't he? Best Supporting?
yes.
Posthuman?
Yeah.
Posthumous.
Yeah.
Posthumously.
God, you're the second person I know who pronounced it posthumous.
I probably would have said it wrong if Cody didn't say it that way first.
I hate it.
No, I even know that it's
savage.
Cody took the bullet for me like Gordon took the bullet for the mayor.
Well, even dude, what a great twist! Because in the movie, you really think Gordon's gone.
Yeah.
I remember when I first saw it, I was like, "Wow, they just killed Gordon off."
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it blew my mind.
Yeah.
And then story-wise, his wife doesn't even know.
Yeah,
Dude, yeah, they traumatized the shit out of his wife.
yeah, she
This poor
smacks him.
woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
deservingly. Honestly.
Yeah, of course. Like,
Yeah.
don't even tell your wife that it's just like a scheme to get the Joker.
Honestly, dude, he probably got the best pussy he's ever gotten that night.
Oh, you
like-
know it. You know
Gordon
it.
be clapping cheeks.
Yeah, Gordon was fucking
Confirmed.
that night.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Although I bet low-key Gordon was probably fucking Ramirez too.
No, for
Yeah.
sure. I would be.
Why couldn't that have been Montoya? You know, why not just...
It pretty much was Montoya.
Yeah, in my mind, it's Montoya. You could call her Ramirez, but it was Montoya to me. Like,
Just racism.
yeah, can't believe it.
You know what this movie does really well is borrow like the best like tones and like things from the Long Halloween.
Yeah.
It's not the Long Halloween story through and through by any stretch, but it does borrow like the coolest elements of it.
It has the rizz of the Long Halloween.
It do though.
I stand by that, though. I stand by that.
No, it does. It does. It has the rizz of the Long Halloween.
Yeah. What's crazy is it's like Christopher Nolan was like, what if we take the Long Halloween and honestly just like made it like the craziest gangster / heist. Like you could tell, I mean, he talks about it in interviews how he drew the opening heist was from Heat.
Yeah.
But like it's just like a continuous heist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every single step is a new twist and turn. Oh, did they finally get him? Wait, he meant to be like every single step is.
Dude, they also like it's such a cool modern take on the Joker, and yet once again, like they use very classic Joker-y tropes. When Joker, has where he has that dude tied up, and he's like, "Are you the real Batman?" He's like, "Why do you dress up?" Like on the TV screen.
Yeah.
Like how in
He's
every
like-
Batman movie, Joker is always like somehow on the TV screen doing some shit, and making threats to the city.
Yeah.
That's what Joker does. Like I like shit like that. Like when they borrow classic Batman elements.
Yeah.
And he's funny in the most twisted way possible.
He's hilarious.
So he's still...
fucked up, but hilarious.
Dude,
Yeah.
in the first meeting with
with the gangsters.
gangster,
When he makes the
that
pencil
scene is-
disappear.
That's what I was
that-
thinking of, yeah.
That scene is impeccable. And then in that same scene, when he's about to leave and Gamble, Michael J. White, he's like, "You think you could just rob us and get away?" He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, without skipping a beat.
Without skipping a beat. and he's holding the grenades that, like, if you look at it, like he's rigged up with string inside of his coat. Like a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's just like, yeah.
And as he's like backing out, he's like gesturing. He's like, don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Dude, I like that this Joker, while definitely not being physically menacing in the way Batman is still a physically menacing threat. Like
Heath Ledger's a tall dude. He was like 6'3".
Yeah.
He's a tall man.
Well, I'm just saying, like along the lines of like that thug, boom, smacks. You know what I mean?
Put a pencil in his eye socket.
Yeah, out.
Yeah.
Mind you, Joker was also strong enough to slam the pencil so it got stuck in the table.
Yeah.
I feel like if I were to do that, it's bouncing.
He took beating after beating too. The interrogation
Facts.
scene, of course, classic.
Facts.
Yeah, and then, well, also in both the gala room scene and the scene at the end when him and Batman are squaring off. Of course, Batman physically is winning in a fight, but that doesn't stop Joker from doing damage.
Exactly.
Yep.
Dude, Joker like takes a crowbar. He 6 dogs on him.
Yeah, sticks a knife through kicks him with a knife shoe.
I love that. That's such a real like comic book villain thing. Where he, he has the knife in his shoe. He's like, what?
Very X-23 of him.
It was just like a cool comic booky thing to do, but like in an updated movie, and it worked.
Yeah.
I also like how Joker will say, like, this Joker specifically says, I don't have a plan. But he very clearly always has like a very strict plan.
Dude, that's what he's actually like, yeah, I agree. If you think about it, he's incredibly regimented. His plan is like planned to the T. And but he's also a liar. He's a psychopath. So he'll just lie to your face. He'll be like, my father was a drinker. You don't know if that's even true.
We don't know where his scars really came from.
Exactly. He will literally say anything.
It's the multiple choice origin right there.
Yeah, he just likes to tell people a scary, fucked up story to make them feel nervous before he inevitably kills them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he'll just even like do small lies, but then even when when he's being interrogated by Batman, and he's like, I'm going to tell you the address of where they are. And he switches them up,
Yeah.
And actually, like, maybe I've noticed, totally forgot it, but I was talking with Emily after we were watching it, and we were talking about that scene, and she's like, oh, yeah, when Joker's dressed up as the nurse, he's like, oh, yeah, I don't know what happened. My guy must have gotten it mixed up. Oh, well. Stuff happens. Like acting like it wasn't his fault, but it very clearly
still
was,
acting like it wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
You're right. That is a good point.
When he set up 2 warehouses full of drums of explosives.
He's like, what? I had nothing to do with that plan. Crazy.
And that's funny in itself. Like, it's so
Yeah, exactly.
That's Jake that night in the hotel parking lot that he and I had.
The guy's like, who's screaming? And I was like, it could be anyone, dude.
Yeah, 4:00 in the morning. Me and Jake are the only 2 people in the parking
lot. Another really funny part with Joker is when he does the detonator and it's not working. And in real life, it wasn't working. That's like a flub. Like it's
an
blooper.
Improvised scene.
Yeah.
He noticed the building stopped blowing up because they actually did blow up an empty building.
Oh,
to
shit,
film
yeah.
that scene.
Yeah, very practical, of course. Christopher Nolan always doing
A lot
that.
of practical effects. I mean, they actually did flip a fucking 16-wheeler in Chicago. You know,
Yeah.
It's crazy. And they had 1 take to do it. They could only get it right on 1 take.
Know what else Emily pointed out about that scene? I have to keep giving her credit because I didn't realize this. She was just saying it. Like that scene, the chase scene on the freeway, the highway, wherever they are.
Unbelievable chase
Unbelievable.
scene.
There's no music playing when that's happening. It's totally silent. And in any other movie, it would be like dun 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 dun. But even Christopher Nolan himself isn't using music in that scene, and it's still like one of the best chase scenes ever. And for that I've seen.
It's an incredible scene. It's an incredible action scene.
The whole movie's so good. I feel like such a fanboy right now.
I would say, I literally just finished it like today, and I was like, dude, this movie's fucking incredible.
Yeah, for sure.
It really is, man.
like it's literally a comfort movie now.
I agree. I can put this on in the background and feel good.
I don't know. Like I was really into it watching it yesterday and really high, and I was really feeling some of the Joker scenes again because he's really sadistic. Like
He's awesome.
If you
He's such a
imagine being
menace.
caught in one of his traps, you're just like, fuck.
Dude, you know what is one of my favorite scenes is it's when so it's after he just talked to the mafia and with the grenades, And those dudes come in and like, oh, they just say they killed the Joker. They have the body. And the Joker pops up and, he puts the knife
To
in Michael
Gamble's
Jai White's
face,
mouth.
yeah.
To Gamble's face. And dude, at the end of that, when it's like the rest of Gamble's like 3 goons and he breaks the pool stick, he's like, we're having tryouts. And throws it in between the 3 of them. He's like, make it fast. And it's like, Jesus Christ, these 3 guys like have to like now brutally fight each other to the death until one.
And you never know. It just cuts away.
It just cuts away. Yeah.
I love the editing of this movie. And maybe I'm wrong about this, but having just seen Oppenheimer, in a weird way, Oppenheimer's editing was kind of similar to this movie. I really like the editing in Oppenheimer, I guess, and I really like the editing in this movie. Just the way it just cuts from scene to scene, and the movie goes. It's a long movie, but a lot happens, so it like moves at a pretty quick pace sometimes.
Oh yeah, there's never a dull moment in the movie. It never. Once it starts, it goes.
Agrees.
Like it has the pace the whole time of a heist movie, like you guys were saying. Like when you're getting the plan, but you're seeing it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And just like, I don't know how well you guys know Heat, but in Heat, Robert De Niro falls in love with a woman and he says this is going to be his last heist. In this one, Bruce Wayne is in love with Rachel Dawes. He's like, I'm almost done being Batman. Just wait for me.
Yeah.
But then like he takes the blame for Two-Face's crimes and now like, and she's also dead. You know what I mean? Like it's just a doomed relationship. There's a lot of parallels to Heat in this.
Rachel, who was replaced by a Skrull in this movie, of course.
Yeah. Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
Known Skrull.
No longer Katie Holmes. Which always bothered me. I hate when they recast, but this was like when I was younger, I was like, damn it, like I really like Batman Begins. I wanted it to have that cohesiveness,
I'm fine with it, honestly.
Yeah, I'm fine with it too. But at the time, I hated it.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Katie Holmes more, but I guess a lot of people prefer Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Maggie Gyllenhaal's the better actor for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
Talent-wise, but
For sure. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. And I don't think she's, I don't know. She just does such a good job of like, dude, I love the moment when she's like trying to say she's not sure if she's ready to get with Aaron Eckhart forever. And Christian Bale just comes up and chokes him out and drags him into that panic room.
At the party. Yeah.
Yeah.
that seems great. That's a fucking great.
Yeah. She's like, what are you doing? He's like, shh. And just like,
Yeah.
The scene where he saves her when she's falling, that's great. So Batman-like.
That's a great scene. It's very Batman. That whole like fight, once again, it's like Batman and Joker fighting in a gala. And also going back to what we were talking about in Batman Begins, where he has like classic quips. Joker is talking to Rachel and he's like, ooh, you got a little fight in you. I like that. And then Batman's like, then you're going to love me. And fucking does it. I love it. Batman is always ready for whips into like
that's a great line. You got a little fight in you. I like that. You're gonna love me, Bob.
Because that's when he pops out of nowhere at the gala, right?
Literally, and there's literally hundreds of people there, and
Nobody
no one saw
saw this giant man in a fucking armored suit.
I love it. I like suspending my belief for the Batman universe.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's I touched on it in our Patreon episode. If you guys want to check that out,
Go listen to that.
but I definitely Batman is like one of those characters. If I'm being honest, like I think there are some icon. I like if Marvel and DC were to wake up tomorrow and be like, hey, we're gonna get rid of like half of our rosters and like just keep the iconic ones, like and start, or at least like start from scratch from there. You know what I mean? I would be great. I wouldn't be that. There's so many characters now that wouldn't even be that much of a number. You know what I mean? Like, but what I'm saying is just along the lines that, like.
What are you saying?
Batman,
What are you saying?
Batman is just like one of the most iconic and like it's like most American iconic. Fuck, come on.
Sorry.
Let me take a hit about it and slow my brain down.
Yeah. You're going a mile a minute there, buddy, but not actually moving in place. You're just moving in place. Like when a cartoon starts running.
And like the carpet's just kicking out, getting kicked up behind
Exactly. It's like that.
but my brain.
Yeah. Slow down the old brain machine. Dude, I don't know if you guys, I remember I mentioned this in the Batman Begins episode, but I gotta say, now that I watched it again, I really do like the whole, I was watching it with my boy actually, and I told him that whole like Mr. Reese Riddler theory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that this time.
I think it
'cause
was
you told
more
me
of an
about it.
Easter egg than anything.
Oh, I mean, it's not even like anything, but like I could see it being interpreted as like, oh, this is the closest thing to a version of
The
in
Riddler
Chris
Nolan
Nolan's
ever
universe.
wanted to get. Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
Riddler notoriously in the comics is one of the few villains that figures out
Who
who
deduces.
he is. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
deduces who Batman is. And it happens in multiple story arcs. Hush, 0 Year. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it is a common Riddler thing.
Yeah.
And to also be like, I was like on Wikipedia, and did you know, like, I guess there's some comics, I've never read it, but Wikipedia said there's like ones where like one of his aliases is Stephen Finks, like Sphinx, like Sphinx, which tells riddles and Egyptian,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Interesting.
So I was like, oh, that's cool. So I like Mr. Reese is the only thing you hear about his name, like Mr. Reese.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And, okay. Also, going back to how you mentioned they take some of the best things out of Batman comics. That's how Batman keeps the Riddler quiet in Hush, is by being like, what happens if you tell you know what I mean? And that's basically what Joker did with Reese in this. You know what I mean?
Hey, he tries to kill him. He's like, why are you ruining the fun
Yeah. And so
of who Batman is?
Yeah.
exactly.
Which is funny because Joker's original plan was like, I'm going to kill one person a day until Batman reveals who he is. But now that someone else is about to top the Joker, he's like, oh, actually, fuck you guys. I'm about to blow up a hospital.
Yeah.
And this dude tells, like, I was like, oh, dude, this is like, Joker's such a maniac.
Yeah, dude. And what's cool is like there are times where he's caught off guard. Like his plan, he just recovers so well. Like how he didn't know, he didn't know that Dent was going to take the fall. You know what I mean? And Batman let him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't expect that. And
That's true. He does say that. He says, for a while there, I really thought you were Dent, the way you threw yourself after her.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Great line.
And then the same thing with I don't know. There are times where his plan doesn't. Oh, like with Reese and the hospital. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. And then he just changes his plan up and is like, oh, I'll just fucking blow up a hospital if somebody, you know.
There's also kidnap a bunch of hospital patients. You remember, you see him get on the bus once the hospital blows up, and there's already real patients. The reporter is on it.
Yeah.
So there's like a mix of his goons and patients, and then they go to this building, which I gotta say, like the whole ending is a very classic Batman, like battle on the top of the, skyscraper type shit.
It wasn't on the skyscraper. It was, the part where he was fighting the Joker.
Yeah, the final battle is like a classic.
Oh, I thought you were
Batman's
talking about
fights
where he
always
faces
take
off
place.
against Dent. I was like, that's where he got burnt alive.
No, yeah. I just like that, like very classic Batman shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And I do like how the movie, it doesn't end with the Joker battle. You're right. It ends with the Two-Face battle, because that's even more Long Halloweenish. And then their dialogue very much is taking from the Long Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
With this, it's the same idea, like Harvey Dent being corrupted, Okay, there's the line, it's so corny because it's been repeated so many times, but you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I love that line. It's a classic line. Jay-Z says it in a song. It's like,
Jay-Z is Two-Face confirmed.
oh, shit. Jay-Z as Two-Face.
Oh, shit. I love the way Two-Face looks in this. He looks like Two-Face should look.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of it. I was always very shocked that he died because there's part of me that I do want to see
more
a
Two-Face.
more gangster take on Two-Face.
Yeah.
Like Dark Knight Rises could have been a Two-Face movie in some ways.
Yeah, but also...
But I do like that he's this tragic hero.
Yeah, like that. It works for the story.
Yeah, it's very Shakespearean.
And I do think that, it doesn't, as much as this universe tried to be grounded in reality, Two-Face couldn't have lived from
He
that.
would have got infected. And the pain he's in,
Yeah.
just walking around with a burnt face like that.
I love when the cops show up and he's like, "You brought your dogs," and Gordon's like, "They're not." He's like, "You can still walk away from this." He was like, "You think I want to walk away from this?"
Yeah, exactly. I think you're right. I guess he always meant to go out dying.
Yeah, he just wanted to He just fell under the Joker's spell. And
dude, I love that scene. That scene in the hospital with Joker wearing that nurse outfit and like convincing him to like, honestly, like if you think about it, become a villain.
Yeah.
He like literally talks him into it. He's like, dude, you got fucked over. I don't know by who, but somebody.
Yeah. Well, he's just Gordon and their dogs. He's like,
I know. I just love that he puts the full blame on anyone else but himself.
Yeah, for sure.
Despite the fact that he totally just murdered and burnt him.
Dude, also such a Joker twist for the hostages to be the clowns at the end.
That was really
hostages were
cool.
the
I remember
clowns
really
and-
liking that.
Yeah, and so because of that, he forces Batman to have to beat the shit out of like 3 SWAT teams.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, also, dude, it's crazy because like the SWAT was about to snipe who they thought were the bad guys, but it was actually
The hostages.
the hostages. Yeah, and that whole thing's crazy.
But wait, we got to talk a little bit about this. So these aren't really like my personal gripes with the movie, but there's some criticisms for The Dark Knight to be had, and one of them is this. And
Are
it's
they
just,
your criticisms though, or are they?
No, I
criticisms
just said
you've
like
heard?
these are just there's so like but think about so this is one related directly to that. In order for Bruce Wayne to do this thing at the end, he needs to literally tap into everybody's cell phone, invasion of privacy, some random billionaires just tapping into your cell phone, Jake, to just fight some
Elon
dude.
Musk.
No, let's not give Elon Musk that status, but
I'm just saying,
for the sake of it, that's a billionaire who is tapped into a lot of people's cell phones in one way or another. But yeah, so like he's doing some pretty unethical stuff where Lucius Fox is bringing this up. He's like, you can't do this. He's like, that's why I'm giving it to you, Fox. Like, you know, like he puts it in his, but that doesn't change the fact that he still does it. It's very Oppenheimer-esque too, right? Just like
yeah.
we could use
I
it.
think in order to be a hero, you have to be willing to go that extra mile.
Well, yes, like earlier in the movie, there's the fake Batman, and they're like, we don't understand. We're doing the same thing you are. He's like, you're wearing hockey pads.
Yeah.
I'm
not wearing hockey pads.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Your Batman impression is better, and you had the right line. But you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we're rooting for Batman, and yes, we want him to take down the Joker. But in 2008, you know, and we're in a very George Bush.
We're still only 9 years out of 9/11.
Yeah, it's a real point to be had. This is what I'm saying. It's not. I'm not making this criticism up. This is what a lot of people have brought up about the movie. Like, Batman is invading privacy in a huge way in order to beat the Joker.
Sometimes, in order to fight terrorism, you have to do that.
That's literally what our U.S. government said in 2002 to get into Iraq.
Yeah.
I mean, Operation Iraqi Freedom was a success. It's in the books, you guys. You do realize there are kids being taught that right now.
Oh yeah, there definitely are in Florida, especially. But even
Iraq
the
is
interrogation scene, dude, he's beating the shit out of Joker to get the answers, and everyone's just watching him do it.
The cops are just watching.
Cops are watching him do it.
Yeah.
They're letting him do it. That's a better way to put it.
I love the way Joker coaxes that one cop into throwing hands. So he's like, do you want me to let you know which of your friends are cowards?
Yeah.
Oh,
That
man.
whole scene is great.
Yeah.
And everything goes according to plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has a plan to a T. Wait, I want to go back to the beginning because I really do like after the heist. I really like the beginning of The Dark Knight where like you see like the bat signals up in the sky. You see a dude about to do a drug deal and like he looks up and he looks at the bat signal. He's like, nah, I don't like it tonight. And he's like, what the fuck, man? It's like, I want my dub of weed. Like, that whole scene is cool. And then you see Scarecrow, who is now like the top drug dealer in all of Gotham, pretty much.
Yeah, but the Italians don't like that.
Yeah,
Or is that guy
one dude,
Italian?
He's like,
He's
"Look
a
what your
Russian."
drugs-" No,
He's
he's
a
like
Russian.
Russian. Yeah, he's like, look what your drugs do to repeat customers. And Scarecrow's like, I told you, like my compound would take you places. I never said they'd be places you wanted to go. And it's like you don't have to sell laced drugs, Scarecrow. But I love it. I do like seeing the escalation of like, okay, it's one thing to be like a drug dealer. It's now another thing to only make your drugs give people terrifying trips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That last forever.
And I mean, it's kind of cool that you see Scarecrow and then he does pop up again in The Dark Knight Rises. He's still there in Gotham. He's just, not as really a threat anymore. He's just doing his like drug dealer shit.
Doing drug dealer shit. Yeah,
Which makes sense in a more grounded Gotham. That's what Scarecrow's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want those shitty hallucinogens.
Yeah, no, but see, like that's a great second scene. Like it just goes amazing scene, and even the slower scenes have these like ground, like the whole story of Michael Caine and the
the jewel thief in the jungle.
Burma.
Yeah, in Burma.
Burma. I like the scene. Honestly, I really did enjoy seeing again, like him getting the Chinese dude back from Hong Kong or whatever.
Yeah, with the
That whole
sky
scene
hook.
was sick. Yeah, sky hook and everything.
Yeah,
That was really cool.
yeah, it's such a great action sequence.
Also, I know we're skipping around here, but going back to like classic like Batman things, dude, in the final fight when he's using that like X-ray sonar shit and his
Yeah.
eyes glow up white like in the comics when they're white, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that shit.
Yep. He is when he's invading everyone's privacy, he is using that sonar
That's the best Batman. Is the one who invades our privacy.
for the sake of taking down the Joker one
Also,
time.
historically, that is something Batman would probably do.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
Dude, going back to the chase scene, when Batman goes under the garbage truck and smashes it to the roof, that driver
He
probably
killed him.
died.
He killed him.
He kills that
There's no expression on his face when he does it. None.
Yeah, he definitely killed that guy.
That dude's fucking pancakes, baby.
He's pancaked.
Yeah.
There's nothing left.
Yeah, dude.
Batman
It was
was
like
making
the
breakfast.
submarine and an imploded on him as soon as
Oh, shit.
No, I agree. Batman definitely kills that guy.
Yeah. Among whoever else was driving on that road and just accidentally maybe just
Literally
turned the
just
wrong
your
way.
average commuters.
Well, I think I don't know. It was just crazy. That scene when they cut to go into lower fifth because the burning fire truck. What an
That scene is
ominous
sick. Dude, and Joker
Yeah.
pops out and blasts that cop's face off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
When the cop's like,
exactly.
"Hey man, you wait here just like everyone else," and he goes, "Boom."
Yeah, and I love that he just like keeps very comic booky. He keeps pulling out a bigger gun to try to fuck up.
Yeah, first it's that handgun, then it's a shotgun, then it's
That's
a
a
bazooka.
fucking bazooka.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard the theory that Joker is an Iraq vet? And so that's where the scars come from?
Yeah. I have heard this.
Yeah,
theory.
you briefly mentioned it. I don't really know it, but I don't care for it.
Yeah, I was never that into it, but the reason it really tracked for me more than anything was the bazooka that he's able to shoot it. Like, it's not just like, it seems like a bazooka is something I think anyone could pick up and shoot, but it's not really like that. Like, you need to know how to use a bazooka, I guess.
I feel like I could use a bazooka.
I knew you were going to say that. You can hold the bazooka, Jake.
I think it
Figure
would come
out.
natural to me to
I don't
load and hold a bazooka.
Bazooka Jake.
bazooka. Jake. I don't need a bazooka. I don't want a bazooka ever. Never give me a bazooka.
I've had someone offer to sell me a bazooka.
What?
an
No
RPG.
way.
How much?
Yeah, I don't know. I used to work with this Albanian guy, and he was like, "Jake, I could sell you an RPG," and I was like, "No." I was like,
Dude, bro. Bazooka.
Yes, exactly, more or less. He would ask me for my passport information. He'd be like, "I'll give you 15,000 for your passport," and I was like, "No, dude, I don't know what you're gonna do to my life." He also, this is a true story.
For your passport?
The second to last time I ever saw this guy, this is like right before I moved out to LA. Homeland Security comes into the pizza place. This is in New Rochelle, Deanna's Pizza. Shout out to Deanna's Pizzeria, very good pizza place. Homeland Security comes in. And they have the jacket that says Homeland Security, and they're like, "Is Jimmy Mustafa here?" And my boss is like, "Yeah, he's in the back." He's like, "Tell him to come out here." And Mustafa comes out, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like, just gets handcuffed and arrested by Homeland Security.
Damn.
And that was like the second to last time I ever saw him. The last time I ever saw him was, this happened like a year before I drove out to LA. Then like a month before I drove out to LA, I was at the bank in New Rochelle. I see him, and he's like sitting there in the lobby. And I was like, "Mustafa?" And he's like, "Oh, he used to like, he was a racist piece of shit." So he'd be like, "Oh, Jew boy." He's like, "Long time no see." And I was like, "Dude, the last time I saw you, Homeland Security took you out in handcuffs." He's like, "Where have you been?" He's like, "Oh, I was over here. I was over there." Like, just real cryptic. And I was like, "I don't even know what you do, man, but you're a fucking, yeah." He was a beast. Him and his brothers, they were like, dude, like, if people fucked with you, you could like legit sick the Mustafa brothers on them. Albanians are insane.
Should we take out their names or no?
No, because it's not their real names by any means.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
His
you
name
ready
is
to take care
Jimmy
of that part.
Mustafa. No, I just mean like that's what he told us. It wasn't their names. They were like for sure ex-war criminals who came to America and Dude, a lot of Albanians work in pizza places. It's a fact.
That's also true. It makes some pretty good pizza.
It is true. I'm serious. But yeah.
It's not just the Italians. It's not just their game anymore.
Dude, Mustafa would love it if he heard me. He was a funny dude.
He gets a shout out.
Yeah, he gets a shout out. He would love it.
Hell yeah.
All right, so here's a question.
Let's
I
hear it.
asked
Okay.
you guys before. I asked the internet.
Oh, yeah. I already know my answer.
Oh, cool. So here's the question, guys. Posed to you guys. What villain or Batman storyline would you have liked to see Christopher Nolan adapt in a potential fourth movie? Even though a fourth movie doesn't really make a lot of sense, in this universe,
Let's say
he
it was
decided
just
to
like-
make a fourth.
It's like another movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could
Doesn't
be
have
at
to be
a different part in the timeline. It doesn't have to be after Rises.
Yeah, or we could say the only difference is he doesn't retire. It's like a year or two after Rises.
Yeah, but I don't want that. I just Rises. I don't want to be in the Rises universe, or at least I want it to be pre-Rises.
No, it's a fourth movie.
I would say
It comes
Hush.
after-
I would really want Hush.
There we go.
Yeah.
So like Riddler, Hush,
Yeah.
Catwoman.
Yeah. Like maybe you don't have to do every single villain that's in Hush, but like the key components of Hush, you know?
I like that a lot. A few people said that. That was a
Nice.
choice I saw. I like Hush a lot.
Hush would be a great one.
Or like have you guys ever read Dark Victory?
no,
Yeah, of course.
Dude, Dark Victory is cool because it's also like a Robin origin story, and then it becomes
Yeah.
like the last panel in Dark Victory is him and Robin swearing. He's like, we're gonna hold up justice, and they become Batman and Robin. I would like to see that. Was that a flicker? Was that the
Yeah,
poltergeist?
what was that?
Whoa.
Holding up justice.
Dude, we should try and summon a ghost one day.
Yeah, use a Ouija board.
Dude, Cody, would you do that?
Yeah, let's.
I
do
did it when I was younger, and I feel like I'd be afraid to do it right now.
Oh, see,
See, if I was stoned with my boys, nothing could stop me.
I used to do it in my basement all the time.
Cody has a great ghost story.
Wait, really? Wait, what
Yes.
ghost story? Let's do it.
I remember the
This is
story
September.
pretty
It's
vividly,
spooky
I
season.
think. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a little spooky season. Do you know which one I'm talking
yeah.
about?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Should I keep? Should I save it? Save it for spooky season, or just go now?
I say it started already.
Yeah,
Do it.
September. Once fall starts, spooky season starts.
Okay. You're right. So I had moved into my mom's house. This is the one, right, Jake? Where I
Yeah,
moved into
yeah,
my
yeah,
mom's house like 2 weeks before my mom moved in. Me, my boy Booms, my boy Wes.
Shout out.
We're all kicking it there. Before, like for 2 weeks before the rest of the family moves in, we're just there smoking weed, playing video games every day, and spooky shit's happening. We're hearing straight up running upstairs, not like
foot.
yeah,
feet running.
like maybe not the size of an adult, but running upstairs.
That's even creepier.
Doors will slam, lights will just like kick off for no reason. Like we just kind of were like, it's a new house or something. Well, I mean, it wasn't a new house, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
we tried to like
It's an old house.
Yeah, we were trying to rationalize it and stuff, but whatever. We were also just like, we're just high. But that. Did you guys
saw
see? Yeah.
Oh, we saw that.
Dude, what if the spirit followed you from house to house?
No. If it's been haunting me, maybe that's why life is so hard on me.
Dude, maybe the spirit is who's always trying to kill you.
Yeah.
You just like, by the skin of your nuts, you survive.
Oh, man. That's crazy. So
It's getting
anyway,
deep.
we get
This
a
is
dog.
a dark
My
night.
family moves in and it's still happening, but like they don't really believe me or talk about it much.
Are you the only one experiencing like these weird? Like, is everyone else in your family like not hearing this shit?
Or I like one of my sisters said she's totally agrees with it, but only one.
Wait,
of them.
you didn't finish the story yet.
Yeah. So anyway, we get a dog. The dog goes into the backyard and digs up all of these children's toys and children's books and shit like that out of the backyard.
Scary.
Right around that time, the dog gets really sick with parvo, and we nurse it back to health. Most dogs, when they get that, die. We nurse it back to health, and after that, the dog just like goes into these insane fits. Never happened before. Goes into these insane fits and like attacks people, and did this to like my boy Frito so many times. Like did it to a
Jesus.
bunch of people. And
Damn.
we ended up having to put him down because the last time he did it, he bit a 1/4 inch from my brother's jugular.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so we put him down, and after that, nothing happened anymore after we put the dog down. But here's where the crazy part. Also, I do want to say, like, it wasn't just like the dog would like go into these fits and then be like act really scared and like it had no idea what had just happened and why everyone was going crazy and stuff. Like it would go into these like we like almost be like what like didn't like almost like
So you're saying the dog was possessed?
Hereditary style.
Yeah, and so here's what ended up. So come to find out, there had been a different house on the property that ended up like falling apart, and the people that we bought the house from had ripped up the remains and built a new house on the property. But the reason the old house was abandoned is because like decades ago, this little girl was riding her bike in the alley and the garbage truck backed up and ran over her. And then her parents like basically buried all her stuff in the backyard and dipped.
Probably buried her in the backyard.
That would be even crazy. We didn't discover any bones. We think probably out of grieving buried all of her stuff.
Yeah.
And then ended up just abandoning the house and selling the property years later.
Okay, wait. There's a part of your story that I swear I remember, but tell me
Okay.
if I'm wrong.
Okay.
So it's still when you Booms and West, you're smoking weed.
Yeah.
And like you go up there and you check and you don't see anything, right?
Yeah.
And there's like absolutely nothing there. And like you're sure it's like not little squirrels and animals.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not like
100%.
It's like feet pitter patter running across the hallway.
And you've been in that house. It's
I've
a
been in there, so
long,
I know
hardwood
vividly. It's a very
hallway.
long hallway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, so then I remember you said that like, all right, you guys go back down. You're still smoking and playing video games. And then like you hear it again for sure. And all three of you are pretty freaked out. But instead of leaving or getting up and dipping, you just like leaned and turned up the volume of the TV.
That 100% happened.
I love that part of the story because it's like, why wouldn't you leave if you're so scared? You're like, no, we're going to tune this ghostly shit out.
No, that 100% happened. And I just feel like also a clear indicator that like when people make dumb decisions in horror movies, it sometimes makes it.
So wait, you heard the feet after the dog had died still?
No. After the dog died,
once the
everything
dog
stopped.
died, yeah.
Because we had already disposed of all of the stuff that the dog had dug up.
Christ.
It's just so weird.
That's such a creepy story. It's a good spooky story. I love it.
Yeah. That wasn't even a dark secret. That was just a spooky story from Cody.
That's the spookiest story that I have, unquestionably.
Wow.
That's a good one. I don't have any spooky stories, like straight up.
We need to change that, buddy.
Do you know what it is? I think it truly is, and I like the movie Skeleton Key because of this. I think if you are superstitious and you like do believe in some of that shit, then it like manifests itself as real to you.
Yeah.
So like, have you ever seen Skeleton Key?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
No.
It's a great movie, but it's like basically like long story short, she like doesn't believe in voodoo at first. And then by the end, she like tries to fuck with this voodoo priestess and like she draws a circle around her in chalk. She's like, haha, you can't get to me. And the woman's like, no, silly girl, like that stops you from leaving. And she's like, no, it doesn't. And she's like, go ahead, try and walk. And it's like, she doesn't even like try because like she's afraid because she believes that if she does, she'll get fucked up. And she's like, see, like the magic only works if you believe in it. And then it's like, oh shit. I don't really like, I want to, but it's never happened. So I can't believe in it. I also think I have like sweet dark sorcerer abilities where I'm just like very Doctor Strange, like deflecting, negative energy. Yeah. I would be like a necromancer and like enslave the dead, you know?
Nice.
That would be fucked. Yeah, I don't ever experience shit like that either. As much as I like kind of want to believe, like I just
believe, Anthony.
The weirdest thing that's ever happened was, and the only reason I find it weird is because I was with other people who heard the same thing, and they could confirm that it was not just like me hearing things. Like we were sitting on the couch in the basement in the man cave. It was me, Sean, and Rob. So it was three of us.
Shout out to our boys, Sean and Rob.
Yeah. And they probably will remember this too because it's gonna sound so mundane, but it was just weird. And we hear in my bathroom, we hear the shower curtain. Like, you know the sound the shower curtain makes when you move it across the shower curtain rod? Like, we all heard it, and we were all just like, huh? Like, we all looked at each other like, you heard that, right? And, of course, like Cody said, like, horror movie shit, I investigated because I heard, like...
Yeah.
And sure enough, it was completely all the way, like, closed, right? Like, as if someone was in the shower. Obviously, I checked immediately. No one's in there. I didn't expect to find anyone. But... I couldn't remember. None of us could remember if it had actually been open, and now we're all just like paranoid and thinking, "Oh, it got closed." But we all heard the noise. You get what I'm saying? So like, it's really mundane. But that was the weirdest ghostly thing to ever happen to me.
Damn.
Yeah, I feel like I've always been a believer. You know what I mean?
Because I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
Oh,
R.I.P. Smash
R.I.P.
That's insane.
Dude, what if we get haunted by the ghost of Smash Mouth?
That would be my hell. Like if I just wake up in the middle of the night, just like the lyrics of his songs haunting me. Oh God, in a cold sweat.
His name is not Smash Mouth.
Dude, he's Smash Mouth.
Steve Harwell.
Oh, Steve Harwell. Yeah, but he's the voice of Smash Mouth.
He's the voice of Smash Mouth. He is a true
Smash Mouth also just played Morgantown, West Virginia.
Oh,
was he there?
No, he hasn't been a part of the band since he started. There was like a couple shows where he like was getting wasted on stage and throwing beer bottles at people.
I remember that.
Nice.
Yeah, I think just like may have said slurs. Yeah, you know what I mean?
No, not nice. I think he died of liver failure or something like that. Like he was an alcoholic.
Play with liver. Dog.
One day, he and I'll meet the same fate.
God damn, are you an alcoholic?
Nah. Did I seem like an alcoholic out there?
Out there
in LA
Yeah.
when I was with you.
I wouldn't say you're an alcoholic. Do you drink every day?
God, no.
Okay. Well, there you
No,
go.
I'm definitely not an alcoholic. I just go hard in the fucking paint. You know what I'm saying? Work hard, play hard, baby.
Work hard, play hard.
You know who else worked hard and played hard?
Ooh, Batman.
Batman himself.
Dude, you know who really played hard was my man Alfred Big Dick Pennyworth.
Yeah, dude.
Rubbing oil on Russian ballerina.
Oh boy,
wait, he seemed annoyed by the idea.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I agree with that. Like,
I thought he didn't want to do that. I got a feeling that Alfred. Yeah, I got. Is Michael Caine gay in real life?
No, he's not.
He's not.
You're thinking of Ian McKellen.
No, I know they're two different people. I just always I thought Michael Caine was. Either way, I got that impression just from that line. He was like, if one more of these models asked them to apply oil,
you could tell them to apply their own bloody lotion.
Yeah. And that's his only comment about everything.
Dude, or maybe he's legit exhausted from smashing every ballerina. And he's like, dude, I can't take it anymore. I've just been dicking these bitches down. He's like, I'm an old man. Yeah, I'll die if one more person.
Yeah, me in my younger years, we would have been having the time of our lives.
Yeah.
It's like, you keep me doing this. I'm gonna fall apart. This whole operation's falling apart.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, let's be honest. This Alfred isn't really like Lucius Fox is really his Alfred in these movies. Alfred isn't really doing as many Alfred things, although he's like the emotional support for sure, you know. But he's still not.
Oh, I think he's Alfred. I just think there's more of a Lucius emphasis because there's a lot of like political aspects to it too. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, I think it's just like I think it just makes the comic book character was Lucius because Lucius wasn't made for these.
No way. He's in the comics. Yeah,
yeah.
He was in the comics.
He was just. I feel like so they just took a character and made him, you know, a more pivotal. Especially when you get Morgan Freeman on the mic.
When you get Morgan fucking Freeman to do it, you already know.
Yeah,
the heat is being brought.
Yeah, man.
They brought it.
They did bring it.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm not gonna lie, I really love the Joker's outfit in this, like his costume.
Oh yeah, he almost has like all the eras of the Joker. Like he has different colors throughout. You know, we see him with the coat, without, purple.
I've seen like a detailed action figure one of those like super $700 figures where the actual cloth, on the costume.
Oh, nice.
And you could see Joker, because he's wearing that big purple overcoat throughout the whole thing. But there's a suit jacket underneath that he's wearing that you don't really get to see. And it's like, dude, it's cool. In the toy, you get to see what it was. And it's like this gray, like this silver bluish gray coat that went over it. It was pretty pimp, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's also a good line is when he does like interrupt the mafia meeting. And he's like, the suit wasn't cheap. You ought to know. You bought it.
Yeah.
Which means like Joker took the time in his maniac self to like go to a tailor and have himself measured and be like, dude, I want the most pimp.
He got a custom suit so it can
got a custom suit because there's no tags on it. They even say,
yeah,
it's like a tailor-made suit.
I wonder. There's like a scene somewhere where he's threatening a guy. Like
exactly.
He can't hide his Jokerness, although he does kind of when he's dressed as the cop.
That's a great scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I think a great scene was fuck, I'm too high now.
Almost every scene in this movie.
Yeah, I was just about to say, yeah.
And bit of dialogue is like very memorable, very quotable. This is a very quotable movie. You can quote a lot of lines in this movie.
I mean, after this movie came out, you couldn't escape everyone and their mother saying, "Why so serious?"
Exactly.
Everyone was
Jake
saying
and I
that.
even got cornered by a homeless man on the
guy who
streets
did it.
of New York.
And that was even creepier because it is creepy.
He just
Joker's
came up
creepy
to
as
us
fuck.
and was like, "Why so serious?" And we was like, "What?" Then he was like, "I'm an actor."
I really like.
He asked us what wine he should get to go with his steak.
Yeah,
and we were like, "Dude," I was like, "Dude, I'm 21 or 22. You know what I mean? I have no idea. 22 or
I'm 14. What is this?
Also, I do like the Bat Pod or the Bat motorcycle in this.
Yeah.
Like I love that scene when it pops out of the old damaged Batmobile.
Yeah, and it just does all kinds of damage along the city just to destroy his tank left behind.
It's the only way. He kills garbage truck drivers and he just destroys city property.
Yeah.
And he invades your cell phone.
Damn. He really is the most
He's a menace.
Republican. Oh. I was going to say Republican superhero.
Now, yeah, he's a pretty Republican Batman, I'd say. That's who he is. It might factor into the Pesci score. You never know.
Oh, the peasy.
We bring it up in the Patreon episode. We didn't talk about it too much, but I think this movie especially, another criticism some people have given the movie is that this is just like a spy James Bond movie with Batman pasted over it.
I can see that.
And so some people will be like, well, if you think this is the best Batman movie, then you're an idiot because for that reason. And I'm just like, yes, it could be, that's true. But I think it also is still a great Batman movie. He does his Batman detective skills, gadgets, takes down the Joker. It's a great story. It's a compelling story. It draws from Batman lore in ways that we like and in ways that just make sense. Like, sure, Two-Face isn't getting acid thrown. Harvey Dent isn't getting acid thrown in his face, but
no, but he
in
gets
a similar
chemically
way,
burned.
Yeah, and it's still the same emotional payoff that he becomes Two-Face. It still works, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I think Christopher Nolan makes some creative choices that are amazing. I mean, Heath Ledger like locked himself in a hotel room for like 6 weeks just to create this Joker.
Yeah.
And I think, and I didn't know this because I'm an idiot, but like Jake, you had mentioned that Joker's voice is very Tom Waits, and that's literally what he sounds like.
There's a someone did a comparison video on YouTube of a younger Tom Waits and Heath Ledger's Joker, and it does sound a lot like it, which I'm not mad at. If you draw inspiration from real life things to bring this fictional character to life, so be it.
Yeah,
it doesn't take away from his acting.
He clearly wasn't Tom Waits.
Exactly. He definitely was not Tom Waits.
If Tom Waits acted this way, people would have a completely different outlook on him right now.
Dude, and leading into that, it's funny. Like, you know, when I was at the Groundlings, like they had like a really good like thing there where they're like, you know, just because you do a silly voice or a voice is not the same as a character. That's not a character. That's just a voice. So like that's proof. Like Heath Ledger is proof of like, okay, he might have did Tom Waits' voice, but the character is not Tom Waits. Like,
right.
It's just something to add to it, to his.
He even said that he's like, I spent time trying to find his voice, and then that voice gave rise to like because Joker moves in a very specific way in this movie, And he knows, and everyone in the movie knows, that Jack Nicholson's Joker is just the pinnacle of Jokers. So, like, Heath Ledger still killed it. You know, like, I think that's still a strong point because other people have tried to be the Joker since then and it didn't work. Jared Leto did not work. You know? Heath Ledger did something that I think a lot of people maybe would be afraid to do, like tackle a role that someone like Jack Nicholson, like, killed, you know? Like,
and make it his own.
Yeah, that's so much props. Like, I think what superhero movies need to always remember, if MCU especially, like, you need a strong villain, and Joker is like one of the best comic book movie villains, period. He's compelling, he's scary. I'm there for the Joker, you know, even Two-Face, like everything. Like, I think sometimes they get the wrong idea about learning lessons from successful movies, you know? Like, no one really compares to the Joker. Not a lot of MCU villains, I would say. Loki comes close, Thanos a little bit, but I still would say they pale in comparison.
As far as talking about villains, like just in quality, or
like Joker, Heath Ledger Joker is such an amazing character. Like, I'm there for him, you know? Like, Christian Bale is great, but I'm more there for Heath Ledger's performance, you know? I'm saying I think that helps make a strong... Without that, this movie would have been way weaker.
Dude, question. Do you think Heath Ledger would have won the Oscar had he lived?
I think he would have still deserved it without question.
But do you think he would have won?
Yes.
I would hope so, yeah.
I would hope so too, but I do think about it. I don't know. You know, death is a great way to sell it.
That's a good question, yeah.
I have an answer to an earlier question.
What? Is it the one where you fucking Porky Pig were like,
No, not even that one. It's the live action.
Wait, hold on. I want to grab another joint, you guys.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I totally forgot about that one. The next movie, if Nolan made another one, you didn't give your answer. Is that what you mean, Cody?
Yeah.
So we'll wait for Jake for that. Oh, Cody, I started reading Alan Moore's Swamp Thing.
Banger.
I love it.
Banger.
It's so cool.
So good. Big fan.
We just read an issue where Etrigan comes.
Etrigan's dope as fuck.
Yep. I love when he pops up.
Yeah. He's one of those DC characters that, like, on paper sounds corny as hell.
Yeah.
But he's so fucking cool.
Yeah. He's really cool because sometimes he's, like, not necessarily a good guy. He's just there to, like, bring balance when demons are around. He's cool.
Yeah, he's dope as fuck. And yeah, I fuck with Etrigan. Dude, and he's a top-notch spitter, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got rhymes.
He's got rhymes.
Got
rhymes
bars.
Like dimes.
If we had to make the ultimate DC cipher, who would be the best?
Etrigan's definitely at least in the top 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe top 3 if we really think about it. But
who else is a dope rhymer in the DC universe?
I think the Riddler would be a banging.
Okay, yeah, I think the Riddler would be a contender, but his raps would be like really like white boy corny, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely. No, I think they would be like not like nerdy corny. Like I think it would be more like Aesop Rock corny kind of corny, like a little too hard for what he's giving out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey Jake, who do you think would be the top rappers in the DC universe? If you had to create a cipher.
Oh shit!
If you had to create a cipher, here's
like what rappers from the real world?
From the DC universe.
Like if you had to build a squad to do a cipher from the DC.
Use heroes and villains.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody that has the dope rhymes.
Okay, so mine top 3, easy money.
Okay.
I got 2 of them figured out already.
Okay.
Etrigan the Demon.
Etrigan for sure.
And Riddler.
Ooh, I agree with both of those.
Yeah, Riddler made a lot of sense to me too.
Damn. I'm going to go... Oh, fuck. Huh. Maybe... other possibilities, Black Canary.
Oh, she's got the voice.
She's a singer.
I was thinking Kid Flash, like he just could talk really fast.
That's racist.
I was thinking Bart Allen actually, but fine, you could.
Oh, Bart Allen. Okay.
I was thinking really
Wally
a young
West.
Flash. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like I was just thinking a younger Flash that would probably listen to rap. Like I can't picture Barry Allen or even really Wally West. I don't know.
What about Clayface? Because he's like, he watches other people. He could like steal their flow.
Oh shit! I've got an idea.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true. That is a good one. I've got one. I don't think this has to be. I'm not committing it like I was really into for the first two, but a thought that just popped into my mind. Zatanna. She could do those Missy Elliott style.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. Okay, now flip it and reverse it. You're right, dude. Oh shit. I kind of agree. I think maybe Riddler, Zatanna, and Etrigan are the
those are the top
MCs of the DC universe.
We got it. We figured it out.
That's awesome, dude. Wait, you gotta Photoshop like a classic rap album cover, but with Riddler at the end.
Straight out of Gotham.
Yeah, straight out of Gotham. Yeah. Hell yeah. Wait, what's their group called?
So Riddler, Etrigan, and Zatanna. Justice League Dank.
Justice League Dank.
Something with rhyming.
Or I guess their group could be called Straight Outta Gotham.
Or it could just be in like rizz, like Riddler,
Rizz?
Etrigan, Zatanna.
Rizz. R.E.
Rizz Ahmed. In this universe, in DC universe, Rizz Ahmed exists.
I like Rizz because it could kind of be like, like NWA, R-E-Z.
Ooh, yeah. Res.
I fucks with it.
Dead Res.
Ooh.
Dead Residents.
Like Dead Prez. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I fuck with Dead
Yeah,
Prez.
Dead Prez is cool. Yeah. I mean, dude, The Dark Knight is it is phenomenal.
We've got on some tangents today, baby.
Hey, you know what?
That's what they're here for.
Yeah, that's what they're here for.
Hey, we went from when Jake walked away, me telling you I was reading Swamp Thing to that. So
Yeah,
props
that
to
is
us.
cool. That is a good tangent to go on.
Yeah, how many people are like, oh, have you read Alan Moore's Swamp Thing? Yeah, who would be the best MC in the DC universe?
That's hilarious.
That's what you get here on Comics and Chronic, folks. Don't forget it.
Etrigan, Riddler, and fucking Zatanna.
It sounds like you're saying Zantana, like Carlos Zantana.
You are saying Santana. Carlos Santana.
I couldn't remember if it was Zatanna or
Zatanna.
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 That's her MC name, but it's with an X. It's Zatanna.
And she's also singing Black Magic Woman. Huh?
Ooh.
Hey.
I like that. Good.
Hey.
Good pull.
Good.
Good.
Good. Excellent. Know what else is good? The Joe Pesci scale. We only have it here on Comics and Chronic.
I mean, do we even really need to say what it is?
Bring out the devil.
Exactly. There you go, Cody.
Well, wait, before we do that, I think we kind of brought it up before, but I guess Cody already gave an answer. So I was going to ask before coming in, but I guess Cody, you ruined it. So thanks a lot. But I was going to say,
ask?
Is this the 6 of 6s? Meaning, okay, Joe Pesci, 6 is the highest score you could get on the Joe Pesci score, in case you don't know. And I would give this a 6. We're all saying we would immediately give this a 6 because for me, this is nothing beats this comic book movie wise. I just can't. Nothing beats it. Like, it's great. I watched it a million times. It never gets old. It just is the pinnacle of superhero movies for me. So, like, my question for you guys would be, is this the 6 of 6s? For me, it is. Yes, that's my answer. Nothing we ever rate will ever, movie-wise, will top this. Comic book movie-wise.
Like when we have a category, like one day when people look back and are using our Pesci scale as the defining rating of anything, they'll be looking. They'll say what movie is a 6 out of 6s, and the thumbnail will be The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's the prime example of a 6 out of 6 movie.
I think that's fair.
I agree.
I'll do that. I would.
I
do
agree.
So you'll do that?
That. I'm in.
Yes, we're in. We're all.
Oh I don't like this.
Oh, wait. Are we going to have a class? Oh,
Just kidding. It's the fucking devil.
oh man.
We're not here for that
Clash
kind
of
of
Titans.
Oh.
No, I would never betray my boys.
That's so Yeah, no. Dark Knight is probably one of the easiest sixes ever earned.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I don't think
Confirmed.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I knew it going in. I think we all knew it going in.
I think if anyone tried to argue otherwise, they're just being contrarian.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, you know, I'm on Twitter all the time. We've been online. We've seen people's opinions here and there about everything, but like, I think the criticisms of The Dark Knight are just kind of like whatever. Like,
Who cares?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
like-
trying too hard.
I'd like to see you do something cooler, buddy. I'd like to see you do something cooler. I'd like to see most anybody do something cooler.
no, agreed.
That doesn't
agreed.
happen often.
They're just so good.
I don't know if it's ever happened.
Yeah. I think the only other time it happened was when Oppenheimer created the atomic bomb.
Ooh,
Shit.
change the world.
Yeah. All right, guys. We love
I've come
you.
so far.
Hell yeah.
But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Well, we rated Dark Knight. You should rate us on Spotify and
Ooh,
Apple.
yeah.
Please rate us. Rate us right now if you never have.
Hey, if
Give us a rating.
you give us top rating, I'll give you a kiss if you want one.
If you give us a top rating, Cody will give you top, period.
That's what I was thinking. That's what you got to do.
Which is not the first time we have offered these services.
Yeah, we offer it countless times.
Yeah. And I
And
always
that comes
deliver.
with the Patreon subscription, so
It
be
is.
sure to subscribe to
Yeah,
that.
that's actually a part of it. I fly out to whoever's and suck them off.
Once a month, Cody flies to a different Patreon member's house.
He's going to New Zealand next
He's
month.
going to New Zealand. He's going to give Trey some sloppy toppy.
Oh yeah, this is how. If you've listened to us in the past, this is how I live forever.
Right. This is true.
God.
A lot of lore going on here. But yeah, check out our Patreon. We're talking about that That's it.
Yeah, dude. And remember, it's spooky season, so stay tuned for some spooky shit coming up.
Yeah, things are about
October's
to
gonna
get
be
creepy.
a little weird. Oh, shit. Does KO exist? Remember to comment. Let us know what you really think. Is
That's
KO
so
a
funny.
real person?
I can't believe you guys were doing that on the phone. I can't believe you guys. So, could you clearly hear me?
We can hear you, but nobody else.
Oh, that's so crazy. Oh,
So then I was like, dude, we don't even know if he's actually talking to anyone.
you get to a scene and I'm just talking to the wall.
Yeah.
I'm just snapped and you guys didn't realize it.
Oh shit, dude! It's the ghost. It's in your brain. What if the ghost jumped? What if the ghost jumped from the dog to you when you put it down? Were you in the room with it when you put it down?
No. But maybe what if it just latched on to me? What if it just like it didn't go inside of me, but or maybe that's what happens when I black out. I just turn into this dog,
Shit.
devil
You got that
child.
dog inside.
You got that dog.
I'm haunted by a dead dog.
Damn, that's sick.
But at this point, it can't take you down because you've out partied it. Like, you're just like, fuck it.
It's very like something is killing the children type symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, it's definitely following me around though.
Yeah.
It follows. Ooh.
Oh. Bum, bum. We use the shit out of that noise. I love it.
This is a I love how often I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too. And listeners, we also love you guys. So thanks for tuning in.
It's true.
See you soon. Happy Batman Day.
Happy Batman Day.
Muchachos. Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jacob H.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics and Chronic. That's Comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.